Good morning.
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 Hey, man.
It's 9 o'clock and we're gonna convene as the Board of Supervisors.
Thanks. Good.
Do you have,
If you get another one, just throw one.
Okay. do you have approval of the tentative agenda?
That's a move. Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Uh,
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Minutes of the last meeting, please.
March 30th, 2026, Chairperson Bosch called the regular meeting of the Wright County Board of Supervisors to order 30 a.m. and members present were Clues, Rasmussen, Bosch, Lukes, and Ellis. Motion by Rasmussen, second by Clues to approve the tentative agenda. Motion carries. Minutes of the previous regular meeting of March 23rd, 2026 were read and approved. Approved things for payment. In open forum, Amanda Ring with the Wright County Monitor explained that the Wright County Monitor and Eagle Grove Eagle have been purchased and will still be in publication. Motion by Clues and second by Rasmussen to approve the Wright County Courthouse grounds use policy for Clarion Development Alliance for May 4th, June 1st, July 6th, and August 3rd for Wright Nights on Main, and June 13th for Festival in the Park. Motion carries. Motion by Clues and second by Lukes to appoint Melissa Mendez as civil processor. Motion carries. Motion by Ellis and second by Clues to approve resolution 2026-11 for interfund transfers as amended during the meeting. By roll call votes, ayes, Clues, Rasmussen, Bosch, Lukes, and Ellis, nays none. Resolution 2026-11 duly passes and reads as follows, and there you can see the resolution. Aaron Bedwick, Wright County Economic Development Director, discussed with the board the Wright County Agribusiness Park. The Agribusiness Park has been on the market since 2019 through the Wright County Economic Development Office. Bedwick would like to initiate a formal request for proposal and request for qualification to attract other entities to Wright County. Motion by Clues and second by Rasmussen to authorize the Economic Development Director to issue RFP and RFQ for professional real estate marketing and brokerage service for the parcel known as Wright County Agribusiness Park with Aaron Budwood and Dean Clues to serve on the scoring committee. Motion carries. Budwick presented information on a possible merger of Union Pacific and North Polk Southern. There has been a request submitted to the Transportation Board to pursue the merger, and the initial application was denied. Budwood feels that anything that can grow Wright County, he supports. Clues is opposed as he doesn't like the idea of one railroad carrier for the United States and the lack of willingness to work with the counties on situations that occur. Rasmussen agrees with Clues as there have been issues with the railroad and drainage districts. There was no action taken during this agenda item. Katie McGrath, Wright County Public Health Administrator, presented the Thrive Iowa grant. This grant is for resource navigation, which public health currently does. Wright County is in District 2, which should consist of 2 to 3 contiguous counties in the district, and McGrath did reach out for letters of support from the other counties in the district. The Wright County Board of Health encourages McGrath to write it, but will need approval from the Board of Supervisors for the financial aspects. With this grant, it requires hiring a coordinator and 2 navigators. Public Health will receive 15% of the grant for administrative costs. If the grant is awarded, it will start July 1st, which requires an upfront cost, and the grant will be billed each month for actual costs. Motion by Rasmussen and second by Clues to allow McGrath to apply for the Thrive Iowa grant. Motion carries with Bosch and Lewis voting nay. Adam Clemens, Wright County Engineer, presented resolution 2026-12 for the Four Corner Bridge in Norway Township. Motion by Clues and second by Rasmussen to approve the resolution 2026-12 awarding contract for project EROS-CO99 8J-99. By roll call vote, ayes, Clues, Rasmussen, Bosch, Lukes, and Ellis, nays none. Resolution 2026-12 duly passes and reads as follows. And there you can see the full resolution. Tony Nicholas, Wright County Assessor, presented the annual SLU bill applications to allow or disallow. There were 308 applications consuming over 2,700 acres. The application consisted of 300 renewals, 5 removals, and 3 new applications. Motion by Clues and second by Rasmussen to approve the SLU bill applications as presented to be signed by the Board of Supervisors chairperson. Motion carries. Nicholas presented a military service property tax exemption application that was missed for the 2025 assessment year. The application was received in November of 2024 and was missed by the office. Motion by Rasmussen and second by Ellis to allow the military service property tax exemption application for the 2025 assessment year. Motion carries. Motion by Clues and second by Luke to adjourn the meeting.
Any additions or corrections?
Yeah, on page 2, it, second paragraph is Budwig the presented, so take the word for the out.
Okay.
I think I meant then presented.
Okay.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
right.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pull up on the minutes.
Okay,
Sorry.
so those ones will stand approved, after the,
That's correct.
as corrected. Did you email us those other minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Don't usually have 2 minutes.
Will you email those to us quick? Thank you. And there are 2 meetings, we had the public hearing too.
Oh, yes.
It was a busy week.
Thank you.
Now I can print them off quick. Yeah.
So bright and shiny. Mine go.
Yes, sir, you want to
You can
start
come
with
in.
that? Good morning.
We're just waiting on minutes.
Morning, Herb.
Did copy the agenda? Oh. That's what we can, I can make it good. That was that. We are trying to solve for. That's not. You're right there. So this,
Get them? Shoot. Are you going to recess?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna go into recess for
Do we
5
want,
minutes.
you wanna do open forum?
5 minutes.
Meeting of the County Board of Supervisors to order at 9 AM. Members present were Clues, Rasmussen, Bosch, Luce, and Ellis. There were 4 citizens present in attendance for the property tax levy hearing. Motion by Clues and second by Rasmussen to open the public hearing to Wright County proposed property tax levy at 9 AM. Motion carries. Melanie Montian asked for clarification on the letter that was sent out regarding property tax dollars. Leroy Jensen asked what the highest cost is of the county budget, and it was explained the salaries and benefits are, but they are also the biggest asset to the county. Brian Claude shared that he goes to different offices and cannot get an answer regarding his taxes. It was explained the duties of each office and their role. Rhonda Benton would like people to introduce themselves before they speak, so it is known who is talking. Motion by Clues and second by Rasmussen to close the public hearing at 9:29 AM. Motion carries. Motion by Clues and second by Lukes to adjourn the meeting. Motion carries.
Any additions or corrections on that one? Those ones will stand approved as read. Alrighty. Claims have been around. Open forum for public input. Yeah,
Herb, yes, I apologize for not being here last week because it has to do with the property taxes, but I had an emergency grandchild babysitting situation arise, and so we did that, but. And I guess I am, this is the 21st century, we share stories now. My story is that, finally, after working hard all my life, and my wife and I together for 43 years, we put enough money together to put up a house. And so we put up a house and we upgraded our little corner of the county. We put in a new well, we put in a new septic system. We are going to require no more services from the county than we did before we put our new house up. And it is gonna cost us more to live in this county now. And so I realize it takes money, but I also think at some point in time, we gotta figure out some way of getting money besides punishing people to try and do the right thing to make a place where make your county a better place. And now, and no, I don't have an easy answer. But it just, yeah, it's just, we've been. Yeah, we've had opportunities, we chose to stay here, and now we kind of feel like we're being punished for it.
Well, I think I can speak for the board and say that, we're glad that you did choose to stay here. Hopefully that'll keep your grandchildren here too. But I do understand the issue with taxes. It would seem like if a person pays for their home, you should be done paying for it, but each year, your property tax pretty much is another house payment for the rest of your life. So we do understand that. I wish I had an answer for you, but I'm in the same boat that you are. I'm kind of out of ideas on how we pay for the services that we provide,
Unless we cut services,
unless we've got services.
and then you hear it from the other side.
Yeah, yeah,
I know. It is tough.
but I don't know, I mean. Maybe this is a dumb example, but. When my mom taught country school up there by the Four Corner Bridge. There was, I think, like 30 or 40 rural schoolhouses. And 6 school districts in this county. And it was supervised by one superintendent of education with a secretary and a telephone and the post office. And I sometimes wonder if there's gotta be a point where I would think that we could decide whether or not services are necessary and then cut accordingly. I mean, it's just, some of this, I mean, pick on education again, but some of this stuff feeds itself so badly. Just saw a graph the other day, a level of students is about the same. Number of teachers has gone up slightly. Number of principals and administrative staff has gone way up here. And I think you could look at that in a lot of areas of government where, the people, like in school too, the teachers that are actually doing the work, not a whole lot has changed for the better for them, except that they've got a whole lot more people they gotta take time answering to instead of teaching the kids now. I think that goes on in a lot of government programs, that it's just, everybody thinks they gotta have everything documented, and then if you get enough people to generate enough data, then you've created another position for yourself, and you need to create the data, and then if you get better at making people generate data for you, then you can hire help to look at your data, and nothing's getting done any differently than it was before the whole process started. And so I hope that you guys are all, I trust that you are, but I just, like I said, it just, it was a thought I had not had before I put the house up, that, you know what? And I'm not saying it should be nothing, I understand, I need a road in front of my house, And I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is, all of a sudden, it's gonna cost me more to have the same services. And that's not normally a sustainable model.
Herb, I don't know if you understand the assessor's part in that, since she's not here.
Right.
She's required by law to assess your house.
Oh,
at
yeah.
Fair market value.
Yeah.
So of course, when you have a house that you've lived in forever,
Yeah,
and then you build a brand new one that's super nice, you know, the
Yeah.
assessment's gonna go up.
but I'm just saying, both old houses take the same road, why does that make a difference?
Correct. Yeah, I get that. I get that.
No, I'm not complaining, they came out, I mean, I knew it was coming.
Right, I just wanna throw that out
Yeah,
there, so
so,
a
but
lot of
it
people
just,
don't understand
Yeah.
the correlation there between
Yeah.
their assessment and their taxes.
so.
Alright.
So,
And then you are.
no, that's all.
That's it.
All right, thank you, sir.
I think
Appreciate
also,
the input.
I think also on that note, Tony's required by the state to have a certain, like,
She has to be within,
10%.
10%,
Yeah.
thank you.
of what the state sets for.
Yeah, because if
valuations
she
and stuff.
doesn't assess everything at a fair market value, then
Yeah.
the state steps in.
Yeah,
They slap a percentage increase on everybody, whether you
Right.
got it coming or not.
yeah.
You know,
Right.
so it's
No,
imperative that she does her
Yeah,
job.
I'm not arguing with what she did,
Yeah,
I'm questioning the system that charges me more.
well,
for
and
the
I
same
question the
service.
system too. You know, we've lived in our house for 30 years and our taxes were $465 a year when we bought this.
Oh,
house.
yeah.
You know, and now they're just astronomical, and I'm like, well, what new amenities do I have? You know, I don't. So, very frustrating.
Would be good if things cost as much as they did back in the 60s.
Well, there's so many more, that all that money's been printed, and
Yeah,
that's how, one of the ways they're taking our power away, by making our money worthless.
But I do agree with you, Herb, on that. I feel like spending is just out of control. You're just lucky you live in the country. You don't have to pay the city tax. I have to deal with the city too.
Really good neighbors too.
Yeah,
Waiting for good neighbors.
yeah. And you know what? If you moved away and some jerk moved in here, it wouldn't go down. No, I'm not saying that, I'm not saying you aren't a good neighbor, I'm just saying, I don't think that has anything to do with the assessment.
Oh, thank you, Herb. I have two things for open forum. I have two certificates to present, one for Brian State for 5 years and, also one for Cindy Berger for 5 years of service to the county.
Do you want them to come in?
If
We
they would
normally
like,
have it. We normally have it for secondary road crew,
okay,
so. You just buy it, we'll get it to them.
perfect.
Yeah.
Anything else in open forum? Alrighty. Item number 5, approved liquor license for Pop's Pizza and Pub. Got that right here.
This is for out of the Eagle Grove Golf Course. We have moved from in town and go over to.
Make the motion to approve, they've got everything in.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Alright,
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Alright, receive monthly revenue report from the Wright County Sheriffs. County car service fees and mileage, $2,380.01. County new and renew weapons permits, $740, and copy fees of $65, for a total of $3,185.01.
motion to receive.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. And it is April 6th. Alright, item number 7, set the date and time of April 27th, 2026 at 9:15 AM for Wright County budget public hearing.
Just April, the last week of April. It's actually due April 30th, so.
Okay. I'll make a motion to set the date of April 27th, 2026 at 9:15 AM for the Wright County budget public hearing.
Second,
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Item number 8, appointment of selection committee members for the Wright County Agribusiness Park and Marketing Brokerage RFP and RFQ.
Yeah,
Aaron.
appoint, Kate Gardner, to that committee with myself and me.
And Kate accepted.
Yeah, she did.
Perfect.
Move for approval.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Okay, review and take action on resolution 2026-13 for approval of the comprehensive plan.
So the comprehensive plan was submitted. I think Dean Cruz has a copy of
Yes.
it.
I do. And, we had a, amendment, that we asked to be put in there concerning the use of, eminent domain. And our stance on that, and that was placed in it, and now this resolution is the final step in accepting the comprehensive plan. I would, was that a resolution?
It is.
I would, move to approve resolution 2026-13, approval of the Wright County Comprehensive Plan. And it's
Second.
dated 2026.
I'll second that.
State 2025.
Pardon me?
It's a 2025 comprehensive plan.
Okay.
I have a motion and a second by roll call votes. Dean,
Aye.
Rick,
Aye.
Lynn,
Aye.
Betty,
Aye.
chair votes aye. Motion carries.
And that comp plan should, it would be good for 18 or 22 years somewhere.
Could we get that now updated onto the website?
As soon as the resolution needs to be sent back to Midas and put inside the comprehensive plan,
Then it can be,
then it's a final draft.
okay.
Currently, so,
But will you follow up on that?
Yep.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Adam for Wright County Engineering.
You think I got enough paper? I gave him essentially a reading paper today, so.
Okay, first item on the agenda is the update. So this last month, blades, removed some snow equipment from the blades, started full scale blading, which is good, instead of just spot blading. And then we did we're doing some shoulder reclaiming on the gravel roads to get out that curb and gutter that's been, slowly forming in everybody's areas. Trucks, they were working on some sundry, also removed their snow equipment from their blades. Just trying to put out good omens that we won't have any of that white stuff, coming. Hauled some spot loads, so inside of that also, the blade operators were also going out using the equipment or the technology that we've given to them. Submitted a form through Google Forms and, doing spot loads, and then we transfer it to the or the truck operators to go haul. Stockpiled some rock up in Belmont, so we, any like slow days, any rain days that we really can't be out on the roads, we're trying to do that to lessen the amount of time on the road, going up to BMC. So we're stockpiling in Belmont, anything that goes south of Belmont, so we don't want to kind of backtrack with it. So we've been doing that. And then we had some weather responses. 66 work orders were completed. Did some brushes and mailboxes and boulders in the ditch with the bridge crew. 20 signs. We hauled some erosion stone for the bridge crew. You could probably have seen in the past on intakes, we do about a 5 to 6 foot radius around our intakes of the erosion stone. So that's why we have to haul the stockpile some of that. Update on some construction. We finished the Taylor Avenue Bridge, is open. Erosion,
10 o'clock today.
10 o'clock today, for spraying, the seeding and fertilizing. It's gonna be 10 o'clock today. Our guys, is Jay going out there? Yeah. So, to get kind of a 411 on how to run a hydro seeder and kind of the tricks of the trade. The contractor was willing for our guys to come up and kind of pick his brain a little bit, because he has the same hydro seeder that we do. So the guys have been getting the equipment and the materials set up to do the hydro seeding on some of the projects we had last year, and then some of the current ones. And then they were just they have so many nozzles that they get to pick from that they're wanting to know kind of which one, works best, like on the deck gun or the hose.
Who's coming to do that?
So our contractor up at, Merriman Construction
Oh,
is doing it for the bridge up in Belmont, and he's willing to have our guys go up there and just kind of pick his brain a little bit.
right,
Mhm.
perfect.
Yep. We completed our OSHA 10-hour safety training, last week, and then so we had 3 call outs for winter weather. So, any questions on the update? Okay. On to the next item, which is, I think, the secondary roads budget, which should be a document that looks like this.
Yep.
Be the next thing in your packet. Okay. So turn to page 1. This is our estimated receipts. This budget is the same thing as our county budget. I try to make them the exact same, so I don't have to worry about one going over or the other or being off in percentages wise during the year. So we make them the same. So when you guys approve the county budget on the 27th, it's the exact same thing as this one. I normally try to do it the same day, but these are due April 15th. So we have to get this taken care of for. So auditors fund balance estimated at 1.1 million. Revenue from property taxes 2.52. That is no general basic. That is all rural basic. Road use tax 3.7 million. TJ amounts, so anything that was the amount, yes. So anything under 500 in population that we have a road go through, we take their road use tax. That's that 7,235 on way right. Okay. Then we also get time 21, which is also kind of like road use tax, the 418,000. Estimated bridge replacement funds for next year for our projects of 1.97 million. So that includes the bridge that we currently have under contract, the Four Corner, the bridge 155, which you'll see in the 5-year construction plan I'll be bringing up, and then also the bridge 109, which is also in next year's construction, or the FY27. So we'll see that coming up. Tax refunds for our jet fuel that we use. We get a tax refund for it, so we don't pay road use tax. 3250 permits, 2,500 trip permits, 20,000. We're seeing a lot more come in from the statewide, I can't remember what they call that one, the annual all systems permit. So we're seeing a bunch more money come in from that the state takes care of, and then they transfer us. I think 65% of those dollars. So, and then also reimbursement from Jeremy's planning and zoning. So we just take everything, essentially his salaries from there, and just transfer them into secondary roads. Miscellaneous receipts is 40,000. I can get a breakdown of those. I don't think that's on here. So total receipts including the carryover of 9.8 million. Any questions on receipts? Okay. Yeah.
On the 24 and 25, the prior years.
Mhm.
You break it out for the permits, trips and Jeremy's, but you didn't.
It's the way our annual permit changes those two. So what happens is when we put it in our annual permit, not our annual permit, our annual report for the DOT, it moves them into the accounts that they were spent out of. That's why you don't see them there. So-
Gotcha.
It puts them, it's not just a miscellaneous receipt anymore, it's like a receipt to those accounts.
Okay.
So that you'll actually see probably, that'll be mainly inside of your miscellaneous receipts,
Mm-hmm.
those.
Any, does this take into account any, funds that we won't pay out, due to the delays on the Taylor Bridge? Or will that be in next year?
This is all for after July 1.
Gotcha.
Okay, so that, what you're saying there is will be an amendment that we'll do when we do amendment for the county current budget.
Gotcha.
And then I'll also do an amendment for the same thing for the DOT budget.
Understood.
So when she takes care of that, and I'm sending that to her this week, well, probably today, because I have it done. Any other questions on receipts? Okay. So next page is the expenditures for next year. Total administration and engineering, 842,000. Construction, 1.98 million. So you see on the front page, it was 1.97 million. So the $10,000 extra, we normally put in for any right of way that we need to buy. So easement for projects. So about 10 grand is what we normally budget. So a majority of that will be given back to us because it's pay with local, get back from federal aid. So 1.97 million is what we'll get back from that. Total roads, roadway maintenance, 3.5 million. A big majority of that is in the roads, 2.6 million. And then 391,000 for snow. General roadway expenditures, 3.03 million. Big portion of that is our equipment operations of 2.15, which takes care of mechanics, fuel, blades, that type of thing. Net expenditure next year, 9.392 million with an estimated carryover, conservative carryover of 486. We normally come in higher, as you can see, the prior 3 years. So depending on where our expenditures are for that. That's all I have for that. Would you like to wait or would you like to approve this separately than the 5-year program? You can just do both at the same time if you wish.
I would move for approval of the 2027 Iowa DOT secondary roads budget.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign.
Okay, next item is the program, 5-year construction program. So you're gonna have a page that looks like this. It's color coded. And then a map also. Okay. And then you'll have another, the actual program. This is hard to read sometimes, so I like the color code just to make sure we're going over it properly. Everybody got it in front of them? Okay, so as you can see, the first green, kind of this, or the second green bar will start in 2027. If you look at your map, it's the 2 bridges that we have scheduled for the northeast corner, which would be 155A and Bridge 109. 155A is about $950,000. That is federal aid, so no local tax dollars. We pay it first, get reimbursed for it. Bridge 109, $420,000. Same thing, we pay for it, get reimbursed. Also inside of that is the 600,000 that we have planned for the Bridge 175, but it's not in this current construction program because it was already let in 26.
Both those are the Iowa River.
I don't think, no, one of them's the Iowa, and then the other
The
one's
one south of Belmont is
Is that the gravel road bridge?
Yeah.
The little, over the creek?
yes.
Yes, I was gonna say the other one was done already.
Yeah,
On the
no,
blacktop, yeah.
On the
no,
blacktop, that's
yeah,
a triple span. So we're thinking of a big double box in this one.
Yeah,
Probably the same, almost the same cost or pretty same size as the 175. So, but maybe just a little, I think it's 12 by 12 or 12 by 10, so.
but then it comes off the bridge list, right? We do-
No, because it's gonna be a twin.
Oh,
We just don't get any credit for the bridge deck in that. We get credit for the amount of vehicles that goes across it and then also the having a structure there.
Yeah.
So, because the square footage of the bridge deck goes to 0, because there's no bridge deck on. As long as it's over 20 foot in length, which 12 by 12 would be 12 by 12. So that is FY 27. FY 28 is the light blue. And we have our FM. FM, so this is the R38 north out of town. We switched these projects a couple weeks, maybe a month ago, to apply for the SDP on the south portion. This one's gonna get moved forward. So we have 2.775 million, no local tax dollars to that. So I was incorrect in my prior statement with the idea that it's SDP, that SDP is on the south. It's just FM, so that would work if we just supplement the possibility of what we were talking
Okay,
about to the
all right.
FM. So It would just reduce the amount of FM we had to spend, if you just did a portion of that.
Okay.
2.775 million, all out of FM. And then we have Bridge 49, which is south of Rowan, estimated at 420,000. That is farm or federal aid, so it's pay for it, get it back later on. And then Bridge 1 down in Vernon Township, estimated at 250,000, same thing, federal aid, pay for it, get reimbursed for it. Any questions on FY 28? Okay, we'll move on to FY 29. So we're gonna see something different, Bridge 1 or Bridge 24. This one's the Lake Blacktop Bridge. It's out east of Gabrielson's house on the Blacktop. This bridge is on an FM route or federal aid route, so we actually get to use swap dollars for it. It's still the same kind of process, but we don't have to pay for it right away. We just send essentially a voucher down to the state and they pay the contractor. And we're estimating that one at 2.1 million.
So that's, there's two bridges there.
It'd be the east one. This is
Be the east one across the river.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright.
And then we have Bridge 52, which is east of Galt at local dollars of 300,000. So depending on where local dollars are at in the future, we could do this project. So that's all local tax dollars. Okay. Any questions on FY 29? Okay, move down to FY 30. We have Bridge 173 up in the northeast corner. This one is going to be a local bridge that we have planned for 540,000. Obviously, if local funds are available, we'll try to do it. Okay. R38 south, should say south on that, and they need to make that change. Yes. That description is incorrect, so I'll make that change before we do that. 3.275 million. This is the SDP project that we approved about a month ago. And made that selection to do R38 South in that portion.
And. Okay, I got it now, I see. And then the Bridge 144, you
I
haven't
got there. I
got
there
there,
yet.
okay,
I
got it.
just made a note that I have to make that description. That description is, the name is what we put in there. The description in the project is correct. I know that.
Okay,
Cause I reviewed that. So it should be R38 South.
gotcha.
Just because we made those changes, it
Yep.
was missed. Bridge 144, which is going to be, this is in the light orange. So this is just outside of town here. It's on Hancock Avenue, that bridge right there. So estimated 500,000. Federal aid, pay for it, get it back. Okay. All right. 2031, we have R27 paving, which is southeast out of Eagle Grove. Franklin Avenue, R27, $2 million. And then Bridge 156771. This is a shared bridge in the southeast corner with Franklin County. So I have him also planning it at the same time we are and shared at 50%. So we'll be the contracting authority and they will reimburse us.
The north end of R38, I was thinking that was combined, but that's different dollars and that's why that's not on here. From the Lake Blacktop
correct.
going north.
We chose in that conversation
Yeah.
not to include that because there might have been different options for us to do a maintenance project on that
Okay,
in the future.
got it.
Did I say that right, Betty?
Mm-hmm.
So that is the 5-year construction program as we have it right now. I know you have a question. On the next map, that will be answered. I do know stuff. You're exactly.
We'll see.
Oh, I was thinking.
No, I was looking right at it. So, any questions?
There was 3 bridges that are local money.
Correct, yep, in 29, 30, and 31.
Below 4 feet, this one, this one.
So if you read up on this one right here, that column says local, way up top. That's the difference between the funding sources. The FM, federal aid, swap, and then local.
And it's got an L in front of it.
Mhm. For the project number. Any other questions?
I would make, is there more to this?
Nope, yeah.
What's this next map?
That is our, I read at the top, that is 2026 construction season, what we have doing, what we're gonna do
Okay,
with local forces and construction.
so you need approval for this 5-year
I
plan?
do, with the change of the name for TPMS number 58418
To south,
to south.
so you guys all pen and ink that on yours?
Mhm.
Okay. All right, I would make a motion to, for approval of the fiscal year 27 Iowa DOT secondary roads 5-year plan.
Second it.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Do I need to sign this one? Or do you have one?
She has two for you to sign that are inked already, so
Perfect.
we get a chance for those. If you go to your last map, Jeremy and I put this together this morning. I know that there was a question by Rick on Bridge 86, which is on that curve. So I'll let everybody get that out. This would be the items that are happening this year. We have 2 projects currently under contract, which would be the blue, which would be 175, which you approved last week, which would be the 4 Corner Bridge.
Yeah.
Yep. And then the 185th Street C25 paving, that's already under contract, so for both of those. I did approve the Lake Cornelia Drive and the local, Sandy Beach Road contract, for the contractor when they are in. We're going to have the contractor haul those millings from that area to conservation, and they're gonna use it, we're gonna help them spread it on their back roads.
Excellent.
Nice.
That'd be good, yeah,
That'd be good.
it's right there, it actually made the project cheaper, so they didn't have to haul as far.
Right.
Which was good. So we can start up in the green, besides the local paving, the green bridges are the bridges that we're gonna have to do this year. We've already bought 2 of the bridges, 2 of the culverts, or a set of the culverts, and they are coming soon. We're gonna store them until August. After July 1, we'll spend, some more money on some more culverts and go out and replace these bridges that are local, that we don't have really good funds for right now. So, we've done this a few years, few times we try to do it when we have the funds to be able to do it, and go after a few of those local bridges.
I think I'm probably misunderstood. You do have the pipes for one of these.
I just ordered them last week.
Okay,
2,
okay, got it.
and I'll tell you.
Okay.
Yep. So if we start up in the north, west kind of area, Bridge 172 and 165, we estimate 138, 138 inch pipe, and then a single 120 inch pipe for those 2. So I do not have those on order. Those are gonna be after July 1, which one I've been on order. So it doesn't take but 3 weeks to get pipes. And then let's go south, kind of towards Eagle Grove, Goldfield area, local bridge 86, triple 108 pipes. That's your favorite bridge, Rick, on that corner.
It keeps getting run over.
Yeah, keeps getting run over. So we're gonna put triple 108 pipes in there, so 3 of them side by side, and remove that from it'll still be a structured list because it'll be longer than the 20 feet. So we'll still have that on our list. We'll get some money for it, but not as much as we used to because it has a bridge deck now.
And no weight limits.
We have to buy some ground cause that's such a tight.
We're gonna work with Mitchell on
Yeah.
the north part, if we need to buy any or do kind of a like, hey, we're gonna put this right in here. We'll rip wrap outside of it. If you let us, we'll maybe straighten out the strings. There is a tree that is right on the north side there. I don't know how connected he is still to that tree, so we'll work around that if needed.
On the
story on the bridge that's gotten run over how many times?
Pretty much every year since you've been supervisor. So they like to hit it with, they hit the guardrails on it, habitually.
They hit it with, feed trucks that take the route through there and their duals come right over and level out the whole town.
Yeah.
And then we've had farm equipment
Yeah.
come through and level out the whole town.
Yeah. So,
Oops.
Big oops.
so this will be nice to have that structure gone. There's nothing sticking out of the ground in front of them or anything like that.
Well, and how many years has that been there? It's been there forever.
Oh, it's an old bridge, don't get me wrong. I looked at our structural list and it has about 4 or 5 years of life left. Now, when I say 4 or 5 years, that's kind of a opinion based on our structural engineer, and it could stay, like next year, depending on if we do anything to it or if we make any improvements, it may stay at 4, if, you know, it normally does not go up in years of life left, but it may stay at 4.
Yeah.
We've tracked that. Southwest of, Eagle Grove, there is Bridge, 31. We're planning 2, 90-inch pipes in there. I have those 2 bridges right there in the southwest corner on order right now. They should be coming in the next 3 weeks. We'll place the pipes in Eagle Grove just because they're close.
That Buchanan, is that a private driveway now, or is that open?
Which one?
Buchanan, that for the bridge, the twin 90-inch.
That's,
Is that the Sparbo Road?
no, Spargo Road's down.
It's Ryerson's Road, I think.
Yeah, it's,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, Ryerson's Road's, I think, to the east,
Yeah,
but yeah.
I'm not far enough south,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yep,
My
you're right.
bad, my bad.
And then we have, Bridge 107, which is over by Bridge 109. We've done a couple replacements, in that area. So we figured that it was, pretty easy to size those pipes, and we're gonna go twin 108s in that location too. So that is not on order yet. So I don't have the top 2 and the east one yet on, but I have enough funds next year to be able to do that.
So which one did you order yesterday? I'm sorry.
The 2 down by Eagle Grove and Oakville.
These 2 are ordered, okay. Okay.
The total was between those 2, was it 75, 80 grand?
I didn't see
I
that.
think. Somewhere between $70,000 and $90,000 for those 2 structures.
Right.
For us to replace them. And then we'll just replace them with our own crew. Normally, we try to do that during the August time period, because it's not as much, it's the driest part.
Okay.
Any questions on 2026 construction season? The paving is still slated for mid-May to start. We're gonna try to nail them down when they're coming in. I wanna go get the signs. We share some signs with the MDS, or the Multidisciplinary Safety Task Force in the area, to put some signs out there. They're broadcast signs so that we can tell people that, hey, construction is coming in this date. So,
Can we, notify the, Lake Cornelia Association that,
yeah,
that we have let this, that it's gonna happen, and that give them a time frame, because I'm thinking this is gonna happen around the busy time.
so they already know that we let it, because we've talked to them about the paving back there,
Okay.
right? The time frame, I don't want to tell them a time frame because that can change
Okay,
right now. I'd rather try to give them like a week's notice. I
okay,
know that's tough, but if I tell them, hey, it's gonna happen May 21st. Well, may not happen May 21st, right?
understood.
So
Okay,
that's the issue we run into. Until we know exactly that contractor's coming in, then we can make those movements.
And I think the plan is to give them a heads up that it's gonna be May or June.
Okay.
It will definitely not fall 4th of July.
No, hopefully not, hopefully not.
It
It's-
will
it is-
definitely not.
So, I cannot, nobody can tell them that.
I know, I
Right.
get it.
You
but-
can't, there's their road, it is their contract right now.
Yeah.
They can come in whenever they wish to. Now, are we gonna heavily suggest not to come in that time frame? They're from the Mason City Clear Lake area, they don't understand how
yeah,
busy lake can get.
Yeah,
It will not be fun for them to deal with all that
to
traffic,
be, right,
so.
yeah.
Do I not, I don't like the Memorial Day kind of time frame either, no, I don't, but I can't pick.
Yeah, you gotta get it done.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Right.
Will they do the blue first and then the green, or will they do the green first and then the blue, or is
So-
there any?
It is, that green for Lake, out the lake is a different or is a different part of their, crew.
Okay,
So it could be, it's more their city crew that come in, so it just depends on when they're available.
Gotcha.
I can get that answer for you, but it might not be the correct one because
Gotcha.
they do a lot of movement in their stuff.
understood.
So I would really like it to be
Yeah.
the same time frame, just to get in and out.
Smaller machines, smaller,
Correct.
Yeah.
It can be a lot of maneuvering in those areas,
Yeah.
right?
gotcha.
So the idea of that is, hey, if they can't come in, maybe they come in a month later in the middle of June. You know,
Gotcha.
that sort of thing. So when they're
Okay.
ready to pay. I'm guessing they'll probably try to do it at the same time when they're paving, they'll be ready for it. But
Good.
I have I've always tried to aim at something and it never hits.
Any idea where they'll set up?
They actually have their own plant
Oh, they do.
on, what is that, 190th Street, Jeremy? 200th Street, just off of Highway 69 to
Okay,
the west. It's in the city pit,
oh, okay,
there.
Same
yeah,
place as last year.
same place as last year,
Okay.
is where they set up their contract, so, and they're leaving that as a permanent plant for them. So,
Okay.
hopefully in the future, we will, I think we received a part of that good fortunes that, they were able to have less cost than leasing a spot, somewhere else.
Okay.
So, right, yep, it's just on the west side of that bridge.
Gotcha.
It's west of Bob Olson's. It's in the city dump.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we monitor that gravel road heavily and we work with them, closely and,
very good.
make sure it doesn't get pushed out. They'll put dust control on it when needed and we go out and blade it and try to get it shaped up before they come into a contract.
Perfect.
I think they also have Highway 3. Is that
Yeah,
right?
and that is supposed to be starting very soon.
Yeah, so they also have the Highway 3 contract.
Very good.
So a lot going on this summer.
Yeah,
Busy.
That's all I have. On that, any questions?
no, but I did, wanna thank you, and if you'll pass it on to the sign crew or whoever took care of it, flashing stop signs that were put in west of Woolstock. Yeah, I did. And I've had several compliments on them.
Okay,
Yeah,
good,
so.
good. We tried something new, the Franklin Avenue, and C70, or that flashing light was above, that got hit by a combine, took it down. We had some conversations about people noticing that it was gone, so we decided to use the solar, lights there in that case. So there is 4, we put those up for the first time and we'll probably use those in the future. It's not hanging anymore, there's 4 separate, and they're on solar, so we don't have to worry about power going out or hitting
So
it.
like
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep,
definitely.
yeah, thank you for doing
The
it.
question is there's legislation changing from 55 to 60, and if the governor signs that, is that gonna be all, would that, any of that be county costs changing out the signs?
So I read this morning, that does not affect county road. That would not go in, the state code still says 55 miles an hour. That is just for state highways. So there would be no cost to us.
So the blacktops would remain.
Blacktops would
55.
still remain 55, state highways would be 60 if it passes.
Right,
That's my understanding, it has passed the House and is over at the Senate for amendments. I don't know if they voted on it yet.
So in our case, that would be Highway 3 and Highway 17.
and 69.
And 69, yeah.
Mhm.
And 69.
Yeah.
That's gonna be confusing.
That's it.
Very.
Gonna be very confusing for law enforcement.
they say I was.
He did.
I think you thought there were 70s.
Your ticket says.
If we were prepared, I think it was only like 31 signs that we would have to put stickers on, or 61 signs. So it wasn't gonna be a huge cost for us if it did affect
Mhm.
secondary roads.
Rick, you don't need to speed on
Does-
this.
On the gravel routes, they're assumed 55
Right.
during the day, 50 at night. We don't have many. I don't think we have any except for the ones that we've posted at like 35 or anything like that.
Okay,
Okay,
good.
Thank you.
thank you.
Anything else for Adam?
Don't worry about it, we'll get it later.
Yep. Um. Item number 11, consider going into closed session pursuant of Iowa Code Chapter 21.5, parentheses 1, parentheses J, to discuss the purchase or sale of particular real estate.
So can I, make a recommendation to swap out the two closed sessions? Mike Galloway is here now.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Is that okay?
See her.
Here,
okay, so we'll go to number 12 and then we'll go back to number 11.
Yeah, make a call.
Okay, so consider going into closed session pursuant of Iowa Code Chapter 21.5, parentheses 1, parentheses I, to evaluate the professional competency of an individual whose appointment, hiring, performance, or discharge is being considered when necessary to prevent needless and irreparable injury. The
Come on,
good, we're good. No, we're not.
are you leaving, or are you coming? Okay, that's what you.
I'll make that motion.
Second,
Motion and second to go into closed session. All those in favor?
Alright,
All those opposed, same sign.
You need a roll call vote.
Oh, roll call, sorry, roll call vote.
Sorry.
Dean,
aye.
Rick,
aye.
Lynn,
Aye.
aye. Chair votes aye. That everybody that was out there?
That was everybody that was out there.
Okay, Adam's in the restroom.
Yeah.
We are back in open session. Item number 13, consider Wright County Engineer employment contract. There will be no action taken
At this time.
at this time.
I would make a motion,
We go back to number 11.
that we consider going into closed session pursuant to Iowa Code Chapter 21.5 Juliet to discuss the purchase or sale of particular real estate only where the premature disclosure could be reasonably expected to increase the price the governmental body would have to pay for that property or reduce the price the governmental body would receive for that property. The minutes and, yeah.
I have a motion.
I'll second that.
A motion and a second to go into closed session pursuant of Iowa Code Chapter 21.5 1J,
11:36.
at 11:36. By roll call vote, Dean,
Aye.
Rick,
Aye.
Lynn,
Aye.
Betty, aye. Chair votes aye. Business. Update on meetings.
I'm no longer on jury duty, which is good to me.
I'm just starting on jury duty.
Maybe we can sit on jury together.
That'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
You're on it, so.
You bringing the chips? You bringing the chips?
Yeah, I'll bring whatever, yeah, chips and dip.
Yeah. We gotta call in,
Update
what?
on meetings?
I did
It's,
this morning.
It's
Didn't
unfortunate
have
for
to
the
this morning.
accident south of Belmont.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Two people
And
killed.
I haven't heard, what happened, it happened to you too, or no?
Pardon me?
No,
The,
he's in critical.
is he? Okay,
Yeah.
I hadn't heard anything on him,
Yeah.
so.
Very unfortunate.
Who was the driver of the, they didn't name him, they named the two deads.
They did.
It was Wilson
65, yeah.
Mick?
Yeah.
and I
And
thought
then
Mary
there was a
Bates.
71-year-old.
Are the two that were killed, and then it was, a
20
person from, 25-year-old person,
25-year-old,
which is,
Michael Mickelson and Ellen Countryman.
is who died. And then a Hefty out of Dow's is the 25-year-old that hit him.
Oh, no.
But they made an illegal U-turn, it sounded like.
Right.
Yeah,
So that was too bad.
all right. Anything else before the Board of Supervisors?
Move to adjourn.
Second.
A motion and a second to adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. We are adjourned. 5-minute recess and then we'll convene as drainage trustees. Trustees, do I have approval of the tentative agenda?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Five.
Betty?
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign.
Aye. Just kidding.
Motion carries. Minutes of the last meeting.
Last meeting was March 30th, 2026. The Wright County Board of Supervisors met in regular session, discussed needs of the drainage district with the following members present. Rasmussen, Clues, Bosch, Ellis, and Lutz. Also present were Amanda Meyer, auditor, and Courtney Moore, Strange, administrator. Chairperson Bosch called the meeting to order at 10:57 a.m. Motion by Rasmussen and seconded by Lutz to approve the tentative agenda. Motion carried. Minutes of the previous two meetings on March 19th, 2026 and March 23rd, 2026 were read and approved. Motion by Clues and seconded by Rasmussen to approve drainage claims for payment. Motion carried. There were 4 work orders that were reviewed and approved. First one, DD 9 Main A, section 30 of Dayton Township for multiple blowouts in the ditch bank and damaged tile outlets. Second one is DD 136 in section 35 of Lake Township as a blowout. Third one is DD 180 lateral 1 in section 1 of Wall Lake Township reported as a blowout. And the fourth one was DD 29 in section 16 of Vernon Township as 4 blowouts on a 16-inch tile. Morse presented the following drainage invoices. First one for Henniger for DD 96, section 20 of Vernon for $2,409.50. Second one for Henniger for DD 46, section 36 of Wall Lake Township for $2,458.87. Third one is Henniger for DD 126, section 4 Liberty Township for $7,665.58. Fourth one is Henniger for sub-drainage district 14, section 36 of Wall Lake for $820. Next one's for Nymaster for joint drainage district 111-3 professional services for $260. And the last one's for the Wright County Auditor for Pitney Bowes for DD 62 informational letter postage for $20.72. Motion by Ellis and seconded by Rasmussen to adjourn the meeting. Motion carried.
I just wanted to, you said DD 46, section 36. It's DD 41, right?
The second one?
Yes.
Yeah, DD 41, section 36.
Perfect. Any additions or corrections? They will stand approved as read. All right. Drainage claims.
The claims as presented from last week, the 6 of them total 13,067 cents.
So moved.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
A motion and a second to approve the drainage claims. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Open forum for public input regarding drainage districts. Okay. Review and sign any drainage work orders.
All right, we have 8 of them. The first one is for DD 36, section 17 of Lake Township, reported by Scott Anderson as a blowout in the ditch bank. Second one is DD 210 lateral J in section 18 of Norway Township, reported by Jay Pogge as a blowout. The next one is DD 5, section 14 of Lincoln Township, reported by Troy Oskelson. And it's reported as a repair or replace surface intakes. There's 3 on each side of the ditch for a total of 6 of them. Next one is DD 223 main open ditch, section 22 of Wall Lake Township, reported by Grant Keller. Reported as a washout in the ditch bank where the intake is located on the south side of the ditch. Next one is for DD 3 main open ditch for section 14 of Wall Lake Township. This is also reported by Grant Keller as a repair or replace intake on the southeast side of ditch. Next one is for DD 3 main open ditch, section 13 of Wall Lake, also reported by Grant Keller as a repair or replace intake. The next one is DD3 main open ditch, section 13 of Wall Lake, reported by Grant Keller as a repair and replace intake. And the last one is for DD3 main open ditch, section 13 of Wall Lake Township, reported as a hole above intake along the ditch bank edge. I put this one in as we were going through and doing the 4 for Grant Keller. It was noticed on the aerial image that there was a substantial size hole along the top edge of the ditch bank, so he didn't want to put it in at that time, but I think it's necessary before it causes any issues.
Any questions on those?
Are all of those for Grant, are they on that, 215th Street?
No, they're kind of scattered,
Are they?
because one is
Okay.
on Miller Revocable Trust, one's on the K Sims Declaration of Trust, one's on Margot's property.
There's a couple on the east side of 69, and at least I think one on the west side of 69.
So there's,
Yeah, it's the west
Yeah.
side of 69.
so.
Anything in Wall like 21?
No, this is 13 and 14.
Okay,
And 22.
alright.
Oh, and 22, yeah, I see that one.
Any other discussion? Review and sign any drainage invoices.
We have 4 drainage invoices for today. The first one is for Henniger Construction in the amount of $150. This is for the removal of 2 beaver dams in no man's land that was causing the water to back up into DD 64. They had quoted us $300 to remove both of them, and it only cost $150.
Love it.
So,
That was, you gave that to me, it was kind of Dean's, but it's all right, I signed it.
Yep. The next one is for Jacobson Westergaard for Joint Drainage District 162-7 for professional services. And that totaled $2,399.65. Next one is for CGA for professional services for DD 62 in the amount of $500. And the last one is for Agravia ELLC for professional services for DD 169. And that totals $6,450.
Any discussion on those? Anything else before the board about drainage districts?
Our next big event is. We have something on,
The bid for the,
167
162-7,
yeah,
Jacobson Westergaard one,
yeah.
that's with Colin, and
Yeah.
I've been sharing those emails.
Mhm.
And as far as I was under the impression is we were waiting to hear back from the landowners from his letter that he was sending out.
oh, that's right, we're sending
So
out.
we're not gonna do any annexation.
Right.
Okay.
And according to his emails, I'm not sure what he actually said in his letter that he sent out. But his response email back to me about his letter being sent out is that they were sent out. Whether or not he gets response or not, we're still not going forward with the annexation. I was under the impression that we still wanted that private tile maps for that northern area. So in case there was discussion about extending,
The yellow line.
Yes.
Okay,
yeah,
alright,
so it'd be about 30 days from when he sent that out, so.
alright.
Anything else before the drainage trustees?
Motion to adjourn.
Sorry.
A motion and a second to adjourn. All those in favor? All those opposed, same sign. We are adjourned. Have a great day. Now.